Ja, herzlich willkommen zur neuen Ausgabe SI Talk. Bei mir ist Ralph Fitch, er ist der CEO von TriMetals. Conflict of Interest. Ich habe die Aktie, habe sie beim letzten Placement gekauft. Die Aktie hat noch nicht so richtig performt, aber schauen Sie sich das alte Video an. Für mich eine simple Story, einfach zum Exekutieren. Und ja, ich frage ihn, was ich seit dem letzten Jahr getan habe. Ralph, thank you to have time for me. Last time, I was really excited about your story. That was also the reason why I come into the last placement. And it's easy for me. It's more so an execution story. It's not more that you looking something, drill some hole, and hope to find something. You have already something. But what's happened in the last year since we have our last interview?
Yes. So in the last year, we've had a very strong program, 47 holes. And most of them have been in this jumbo trend, as we refer to it as. It's a 5.5 kilometer long trend in Utah, runs roughly north-south. And we've been doing a lot of drilling over the years in the northern part, on the east side of this feature. And this year we extended that zone of mineralization, but what was really exciting is using the same geological and geophysical concept, we stepped out a couple kilometers to the south on the other side of this feature, and we found the same style of mineralization, actually slightly better. So we actually got 150 meters of 1 gram starting pretty much at surface on the west flank. So we now have both flanks we've shown are mineralized, and our concept is that this entire trend is going to host mineralization probably on both sides. So right there, just in the jumbo trend, we think we've got a good chance of 2 to 3 million ounces. And that's just in that trend. And of course, we have the rest of the property that we talked about last time, which is 75 square kilometers in all. And all these bright colors, if the viewer can see them, are features that are probably related to gold mineralization. It certainly has been where we've drilled so far.
Yeah. This is an elektromag map?
Yeah, this is actually resistivity.
Okay.
So the high resistivity rocks are related to where the gold is, and they represent both a rock type and also a structural feature. And it's these structural features that the fluids containing the gold have come up to the surface and formed this, what we call a hot spring type deposit, or epithermal low sulfidation.
Average grade, in which average grade we speak here?
Yeah, so our resource average grade is about 0.6 grams per ton. But this year, both at the south end in the main resource block and in the new area in the south we call Etna, we've been intersecting 1 gram per ton. So probably when we redo our resource, which we're doing now, and it should come out in the next 2 or 3 weeks, the grade, overall grade, will probably go up a little bit.
Come to the resource calculation itself. You're working on the new one, but what was the old one? How's the old one from the size?
Yeah, so the old one, which was done based on 2014 drilling. So what we're doing now is adding 215 and 216 drill programs. At that time, we had 900,000 ounces gold equivalent, and the gold equivalent grade equates to about 0.5 gram of gold and 10 grams of silver. We're now redoing that estimate, and as I said, a lot of the intercepts in the jumbo have been higher than that grade, so we'll probably lift the grade up a little bit, and maybe we'll get past that sort of magic million ounce number. We'll see.
And the magic million ounce number is very important for the market, that they really get recognized.
Yes, and I think we feel very strongly that we'll end up with at least 2 to 3 million ounces on this property position. And, you know, every time we've had a drill program, we have increased the resource over the years, every single time.
Coming to the resource calculation again, is only the past resource calculation is only on jumbo, or you have also some resources in the other area?
Yes, so in the historic work we also had another area, if the viewer can see it, up here this is in Nevada. This is the Utah-Nevada line, and we had about 200,000 ounces there and 700,000 ounces here in jumbo. This year we're also going to add a very small resource probably where we drilled in the Thor. And that was pretty exciting drilling we did this year. A lot of 5 or 6 gram gold veins at the surface, but we had one hole at 180 meters intersected 7.6 meters of 1.4 ounces per ton. And 4 ounces, yeah, not grams, ounces. And we've only got one hole like that, but we think we may have the sort of shoots of this very high-grade material. So that will be something we'll follow up in future years.
Okay. Rob, I think it was a great update. And it looks like that a lot of numbers coming up.
Yes.
So, and good luck for the next drill program.
Thank you very much.
Ja, das war jetzt ein Update an TriMetals und Sie haben es gehört, er arbeitet an einer neuen Ressourcenschätzung, die betrifft also vor allem natürlich auch die Jumbo-Region, wo sie sehr viel gebohrt haben. Das Spannende an Jumbo ist, dass sie dieses Jahr hier gebohrt haben und hier dieselbe geologische Struktur und auch Gehalte gefunden haben, wie sie hier gefunden haben. Hier war die alte Ressourcenschätzung, nur mit dem Unterschied, dass die Gehälter ein bisschen größer sind. Also sonst waren es durchschnittlich nur 5, 0,6, 0,7 Gramm, jetzt sind wir teilweise über 1 Gramm. Sie werden in diese Ressourcenkalkulationen die 2015 und 2016er Bohrprogramme inkludieren. Das wird in den nächsten 6 bis 8 Wochen kommen und bis jetzt sind sie bei rund 900.000 Unzen und natürlich hoffen sie jetzt, dass nicht nur die Gehälter nach oben gehen, sondern auch über diese 1 Million Unzen an Ressource gehen. 1 Million Unzen ist deswegen wichtig, weil sie einfach vom Markt mehr registriert wird. 1 Million Unzen ist so eine Magic-Zahl, wo alle drauf achten. Ganz spannend war es aber für mich auch, was im Tor-Projekt passiert, denn da haben sie eine Zone gehabt mit 7 Metern mit 1,4 Unzen und 1,4 Unzen, das sind ja über 40 Gramm Gold. Und das werden sie natürlich dann 2017 auch konzentrieren, das mehr Bohrmeters reinjagen, damit sie solche hochgradigen Zonen noch bringen, weil das ist wieder Butter auf dem Brot. Da geht es dann richtig ab und da wird es dann richtig spannend. Also spannende Sache, wie gesagt, ich habe die Aktie, ich glaube nach wie vor dran, das ist wieder so eine wie Terra X Exekutionsstory, das ist keine Startup-Story mehr, wo man mal schaut, dass man irgendwas findet. Nein, da geht es nur mehr, wie viel Meter jage ich rein, komme ich auf meine 2-3 Millionen Unzen Ressourcen. Er ist davon überzeugt, dass allein Jumbo auf 2-3 Millionen Unzen kommen und das ist auch logisch, weil überall, wo man die Kontaktzonen hat, muss man einfach ausbohren und dann hat man mehr oder weniger diese 2-3 Millionen und mit 2-3 Millionen wird es früher oder später von irgendeinem Großen geschluckt. Also für mich reine Exekutionsstory. Das war's von TriMetals PDEC 2017. Ralph, thank you.